Hello from Oslo. Today I've got the great honor to welcome my friend Jonathan Bruns, most known in the rugby business as Brunsy.
Brunsy!
Yes.
Thank you, Nicola, for having me.
Today I will show you how to, and Mr. Brunsy, how to test the wine properly. 9 wine. What is your wine emergency? Because we've got 5 different senses, but we are only using 3 of them to test the wine. The sight, the smell, and the taste. And you've got the touch, and you've got the hearing as well.
The hearing?
Yes,
Can you listen to your wine?
Sometimes I put my small ears into my glass and listening to the champagne, to the small bubbles coming up and telling me big secrets.
Probably dirty secrets.
Sometimes. But the first step is quite important, and most of the people are not.
I'm taking the wine like you.
Yes, exactly like me. And you've got to grip your glass this way here.
Not over the hand like this?
Because you are going to put some fingerprints on the glass, and it's better to have your glass. It's more convenient to swirl your wine in the glass after this. The first thing we're going to do is to pour some wine. As if it's a little bit dirty, you've got to do it. The wine in a glass. You know that the wine actually is in a kind of jail, prisoner in a jail of glass for many years sometimes. And
Is this really a jail?
yes, and as a living creature, the wine is coming in your glass and needs some time to get known with his new environment.
We're like the warden.
Exactly,
Letting the prisoner out.
but a nice one.
Okay.
So you get to take your glass this way and slowly and gently make it swirl it in your glass.
Is that good technique? My technique's not good like yours.
Then you got to start on the table. Everybody was starting on the table
Ooh,
this way.
very nice.
Yes, not too fast. It's not a milkshake.
Thank you.
Now you've got to respect the wine, and you see the wine is going to open itself now. Yes, don't hesitate to take big breath.
Big breath, big breath.
The thing is, you've got to observe the wine in the glass. It's like a kind of game, finding blind who made the wine, where the wines come from, what kind of grapes, varieties we use to make this wine.
You can tell all that from looking at the wine.
Yes, if you look at the board of the wine, you can observe some small nuances. A very young one is going to be purple on the side. And you've got to look inside in the middle of the wine.
Ooh, okay.
The heart of the wine, le cœur du vin.
Oh.
It's going to be quite concentrated.
Cœur du vin.
Yes,
I'm with you.
yes. And if you are making your wine go around in a glass, swirling it this way, you see that something is hanging on in the inside of the glass.
Ooh, like the residue on the side.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's the glycerin. It's the alcohol. If it's running slowly down, the percentage of alcohol is very high.
Oh.
So the
So
more...
this is a very high percentage then?
This is a quite high. It's a wine for you, especially for you.
Dangerous?
Yes, a very dangerous wine. But it's helping us to find out if the wine is coming from a country with a lot of sun or not. Because you know that the sun is acting on the grapes and making the percentage of sugar higher on the grapes, and you know that sugar is going to alcohol. And then we are going to the step number 2.
Step number 2.
It's the nose. Very important. So you don't be afraid to put all your nose in your glass.
Like that?
Most of the places on the world it's quite easy. Some places it's quite difficult to put all the nose in a glass. But in France, for example, but
The
here
whole
in Norway,
nose.
yes,
With the roll technique as well?
yes. Because you know, you are only using one side of the nose at a time.
Okay. Oh, that's good squishy.
Exactly. And you got to be concentrated and to use your very big fantasy. I know you've got a big fantasy, Brunsy.
It's a dirty fantasy, but it is
I
big.
know, but please concentrate on the wine this time.
Sorry.
And I know that most of the people on this planet are getting their fantasy on the fourth glass of wine.
Oh, really?
Yes. Before the glass number 4, I didn't hear any comments. Did you just drink up your glass, Bronzy?
I was building up my fantasy.
Yes, because we were still at the nose.
Maybe I should have more?
Yes, I will. And when you describe the wine, please start with something quite general.
It's a bold wine, it's red, and it smells like red wine.
It's a good start. But try to be more full of fantasy.
Fantasy.
Because, you know, this is a kind of game. When you are getting a big professional in the wine business, you can find out which part of the world this wine is coming from, which country, which appellation, and if you are very good, for example, on Bordeaux, where I'm coming from, you can even find which side of the river the wine is coming from, which appellation.
Way.
Even you can find the name of the chateau. And if you are very good, you can even find the surname of the wife of the wine producer.
Okay, I'll take a crack.
Yes, please.
Nicolas?
Yes.
I think this is a wine from Northern California, from the Chateau Pupu, and the vineyard owner's wife is called Simone.
Simon, please make it seriously now.
I was serious.
Okay. Then we are going, for me, are you drinking again?
I thought it was time to drink.
No.
No.
Now we are going to taste the wine on the palate. And the thing is, you got to make your wine a little bit more.
My technique is still really bad. I apologize, Nicolas.
No, but it's coming with time. And then you got to play with the wine on your tongue.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
You don't have to swallow the wine at once.
No, okay.
I wanted to demonstrate first. It's okay?
Mm.
I'm taking some air in my mouth and it's going to open the wine totally. The wine is going to show the bad and the good side of itself.
So the wine is going to go from prisoner to just fully open. Ready
Fully
to
open.
rock.
The full freedom.
Oh.
And on your tongue, you know, on your tongue you can even feel some senses, some like the sweetness, the bitterness, the sourness, and the saltiness. Even the saltiness. Some wines felt a little bit salty.
Maybe that's because it's from Simone.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know Simon. You are not at the dentist, Franzi.
But I was getting air into the wine.
Yes, but you
I
don't.
was releasing it for the second time.
Yes, but you don't have to make so much noise. You've got to be discreet.
And that's discreet.
Oh yeah. The thing when you are tasting the wine in your mouth, you get the total impression of the wine. You see, now you're pouring your wine to yourself. It's very nice.
Would you like some wine as well?
Thank you.
I must say it's very good wine.
If the hint you had from the smell are confirmed or not on the palate, what do you think? Do you find the same aromas?
I don't find the same aromas at all. I find them mixing two different aromas, to be honest with you.
Well,
Yes.
which one?
And then when I close my eyes and use my fantasy, then I get dirty aromas.
Okay.
But I'm just a novice.
Yes. And another thing which is very important in the wine tasting is how long the taste of the wine is going to wear in your mouth. After 6 or 7 seconds in the mouth, it's a very good wine, a long wine, with a long aftertaste.
7 seconds.
Yes. Like the song.
Okay, I'm waiting.
Yeah. You are getting good. Sometimes you got to stop.
7 seconds.
No, not 7 seconds this way. To
Oh.
see if the wine, the taste of the wine, how long the total structure of the wine is going to last on your palate.
Oh, so now I'm counting.
This is the first lesson of 9 wine for Brunsey, and I'm sure it's not the last one. Another thing which is very important is to remember that when you've got the wine on your tongue, you can even smell the wine with your nose. It's called the retro-nasal effect.
Retro-nasal
Effect.
Retro-nasal.
So you can taste the wine and smell it together. Demonstrate. Play with your wine in your mouth and try to smell it. It's quite forbidden to drink the wine through your lungs.
It's definitely retro-nasal.
Yes, this is. Huh?
It's returning back and forth.
Yes, it is. It was the first lesson of 9 wine from Mr. Brunsey. What did you learn today?
Today I learned that I have a tool belt. I'm gonna go from my eyes to my nose and to the palate. I'm gonna smell, not too fast. I'm not gonna stir like milkshake. I'm gonna have retro-nasal. I'm going to enjoy the palate.
And you've got to play with your wine on your tongue, not to swallow it.
And play with the wine on the tongue. I
Yes.
think maybe sometimes my wife would like to say the same thing. Thank you, Mr. Nicolas.
Yes, thank you for your visit, Mr. Brunsey.
Merci.
I think it's time to go now.
I think so as well. Right.
It was a great pleasure today to welcome my rugby friend Brunsey. I hope you learned something new today. And if you like my videos,
Someone please call 911. Someone knock me home and down. 911, thank you for teaching me how to drink wine. I'm going to find my 7,000 smells and enjoy my palate. Au revoir.
bye bye Brunsey.
Bye bye.
See you next time. Until next time, please remember to drink better wine more often, but less.